What's up guys, Random Razor here with another tech video for guys today, and in this video, yes, it's on the Harman Kardon Soundsticks. I know months and months ago I said I would not make another video on the sound system here, but it's been about a year now since I got this, and I got thousands and thousands of views on my Harman Kardon videos, and the one sound test video I had over 10,000 views, which is pretty amazing since it's a video on one speaker system. But it's clear that a lot of you guys are very interested in thinking about getting this, so I decided to give you guys a yearly update on the Harman Kardon speaker system here. But anyways, these are the Harman Kardon Soundsticks 2. I know Harman Kardon has released the Soundsticks 3 now, which are pretty much identical speakers to these. The only differences are aesthetics. For example, the rubber feet on the Soundsticks here are now black instead of silver. The rubber feet on the subwoofer are now black instead of silver, and instead of blue light you get a white light now. So it's just a few minor aesthetic changes. Other than that, in terms of the speakers that they use, the design, the sound quality, all that is the same, so that's why I put in brackets up in the title 3, because these are identical systems. And if you want to see the full differences between them, I did make a video on that a couple weeks ago, so check that out on my channel if you think about getting either two. But anyways, these speakers do retail for, last I checked, it was $129 on the Harman Kardon website, but that was on sale, and I think they normally retail for $150, so not the most expensive, but it is still a little bit expensive. And of course, you guys are watching just to decide whether or not you might get it. But anyways, yeah, this should be a yearly update. First off, I'll just give you guys a quick overview, of course, a sound test, and I would just like to mention for the sound test, just remember guys, this is a YouTube quality music, and this sound test is coming out through your speaker. So the only way to really know how these sound like is go to the Apple Store, Best Buy, wherever, and hear them, for yourself. But hopefully this will, the sound test will still hopefully give you guys some sort of idea what these sound like and the quality that you're getting out of these. And of course, after the sound test, I will let you guys know my experiences with it, if I have any problems or anything like that throughout the year. And do apologize for the lighting, and hopefully you guys can still see most of the stuff. But anyways, first off, the quick overview. In the box, you get the subwoofer, the two tweeters, or the speakers, and of course the cables that plug it all together. That's pretty much it. And one other thing, which I actually definitely chucked over here, you get this adapter thing to plug it into the split red and white audio plugs. I don't know what you call these. But speaking about plugs, this does use a 3.5mm headphone jack connector, so you can pretty much plug this into anything, whether it's an iPod, your computer, your laptop, MacBook, your TV, your PlayStation, Xbox. You can plug this through pretty much any audio device, which is really awesome, makes it really universal to use. Each of the Soundsticks are 10 watts each, so in total you get 20 watts out of the Soundsticks, and the subwoofer itself is also 20 watts. It's also, you get in total 40 watts of total sound output, or whatever you want to call it. And would like to stress for those of you audiophiles watching this, I'm not like an audiophile or anything. This is just a plain ass consumer review, so this might not be for you if you're looking for an expert review. Anyways, moving on. So anyways, subwoofer here, great design. Hasn't really changed since like the early 2000s when Harman Kardon first came out with these. It does have a blue light, and like I mentioned earlier, the Soundsticks 3 will have a white light in their subwoofer instead. It says Harman Kardon there. Plastic design, obviously. Even though it is plastic, or clear plastic, they use fairly thick plastic on here. You can definitely tell it's great, great quality, and very strong, and it'll definitely produce great sound out of this. And speaking of sound, air gets pretty much sucked in through the top and pushed out on the bottom here, which is where your subwoofer is. It's not really the traditional where the subwoofer is on the side here, but it's on the bottom, pushing the bass on the ground. But in my case, the table. If you guys are wondering why my subwoofer is on the table, I know it is better on the floor, but there isn't really a spot to put my subwoofer on the floor, and frankly this thing is too damn nice to put on the floor anyway. So I like it up here. It sounds perfectly fine up here, so I did get a lot of comments on that of why is it on the table. Anyways, on the back of the subwoofer here, you do have a bass tuner here, which also acts as a on and off button. When you push it in and out, that turns it off. Push it in again, turns it on. Of course, the bass tuner here, and today we'll just set it about halfway. And these plugs here, these connect to your speakers, and this one here connects to the power source, and that's pretty much it for the plugs. Unfortunately, you cannot add any more speakers to the subwoofer. It only uses 2. It's just strictly a 2.1 channel sound system, which you may or may not like in terms of amount of speakers, because I know a lot of people like surround sound, having 5.1 channels, stuff like that. Anyways, to the Soundsticks themselves, I do have the Soundsticks placed in two different positions. The first one here is when the feet is over, or when the Soundstick is on top of the feet here. On this side, I have it in a different position. Let me just turn on the light on my iPhone here. There you go. On this side, I have the feet on the outside. This one here, I flipped it over so the Soundstick's on top of it. So you can definitely, adjust this to many different positions if you want. You can adjust this on the angle as well, like that. And, whatever, suits your needs. So we'll just put that back down. And these are rubber. And, of course, if you get the 3, these will be black instead of the silver color. I'll just turn that light off because I think it's a bit too bright. It won't turn off. There we go. So anyways, the cool thing about this Soundstick here, I don't know if you guys can see, I should have let that light on. These do have, let me just focus on here. These do have touch-sensitive volume controls. These are a really neat feature, except my only gripe about these is you can't really tell how high or how low your volume is without, playing actual music through these or checking the volume on your computer. Now, it's not a huge deal for me because I do use the volume controls on my computer right here, so I can always, tell how high or how low my volume is. But if you strictly use the ones on your speakers, you might have an issue because you won't really, know how high or how low it is, which might be bad, might be good. But anyways, that's my only gripe about these. Would have preferred, the analog volume controls where you can just tune it up and down and you actually see how high or how low it is. But it's not a huge deal since I always use the volume controls on my computer anyway. And it does say Harman Kardon on the top here, and each of these Soundsticks do have 4 tweeters in them, and of course in total you get 8. And I already mentioned they are 10 watts each, so you get 20 watts out of those, another 20 out of that, so 40 watts in total when you crank it all the way up. And that's pretty much it. The cords that hook it all together, they're fairly lengthy, so there shouldn't be a problem with having too short of cords in whatever situation you're placing these. At least for desktops, it shouldn't be a huge issue. But they're pretty long cords, so you shouldn't have a problem. I can't really say how long they are, but they're fairly long and should suit for most people. But anyways, that's enough about that. We're gonna get to the sound test. We're gonna use some off iMovie. I would like to play an actual song, but YouTube doesn't like that, so this isn't really copyrighted music. So hopefully this might get revenue or something. But anyways, let's play it. Anyways, that was Torn Jeans Long calf, so whatever that was from iMovie. But anyways, that wasn't copyrighted, so hopefully YouTube shouldn't have an issue with that. But anyways, I would like to stress though, this was recorded on my iPhone 4, which does have a pretty decent microphone, which is coming through YouTube quality music, which is coming out of your speakers. So this is obviously not the actual sound, and of course the best way to hear the sound out of these is going to the actual store and hearing them yourselves or to your friends who might have these. But hopefully this will still give you guys an idea what it sounds like. It's really loud. It's really, great sound quality. Produces a lot of bass. I only have the bass cranked up halfway. So if you really want a lot of bass and, hear your chest thumping or like that, you can definitely crank it all the way up and have a party in your room or your living room or something like that. But these are very loud and produce, great quality music. And but anyways, that was the sound test. So last thing I do want to discuss with you guys if my experiences with it throughout the year. I literally have no bad experience with these. These are pretty awesome speakers. The only bad experience I had was playing these really too loud, and my mom got pissed. But no issues with these at all. No distortion, and I had them for about a year now. So I haven't had any issues with these. These are great quality speakers. They're also built very strong as well. Like I mentioned, they use very thick, clear plastic, and it's very put together very well. And I literally have no issues with these. I got a question about dust getting inside the subwoofer. There's a bit of dust in there, but when you're playing music and stuff, air rushes in and out, so it does help push the dust out of it. And of course, dust goes into it, but it does go out of it. So as you can see, guys, not a lot of dust or anything has built up in it. You can still see a bit of it, but it doesn't build up, dramatically where you can actually notice it, or you have to take it apart to clean it. Which hopefully I don't have to, but we'll find out in another year. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this video, and I highly recommend these speaker systems. This is a 2.1 channel system, so if you're looking for surround sound or something, might not be it for you, but still, for a 2.1 channel computer system here, it's still pretty good. But anyways, running out of time, so I'll see you all in the next video. Have a fantastic day.